Looked like you had a lot of fun out there with the baseball. You mentioned a little bit about just identifying the athletes. Was that was kind of like your main goal to see them, feel few grounders and some of the pop flies, see who's got an arm, natural throwing ability.
Yeah, and that's definitely one thing. I mean, it stands out. Bill Walsh told me when I was at Stanford, when I first got the job there, I asked him, how do you find a quarterback? And he said he looks for athletic talent as one of the top three things, and asked him to explain what that meant. And he said, they're the best athlete at their high school. They could field a fly ball. They could go be on the track team. They could play soccer. They could be the sixth man on the basketball team, even if it's not their main sport. So that was one thing. The other thing, too, is just to let the youngsters know that the quarterback position, you can get better at playing quarterback on your own. You don't need a whole football team out there. It's much like the kicker or the punter position. You can practice on your own, and there's a lot of ways to practice at football than just taking a 5-step drop and throwing into a net. I mean, you can take athletic reps doing just about anything, even climbing a tree. There's so many things are
or even without a football, still doing football type drills without a football. For this,
climbing a tree would be balance. It'd be athletic reps. In doing that, there's athletic reps everywhere to be found, and so that they're thinking about it. And then also to expose them to the many coaches and teachers that are here, guys who played the game and are currently playing the game. They can connect with them, go up, ask them a question, find something out, and watch them. Get to know how they look and move and act. This beautiful quote of the day. I mean, I learned something today myself. Somebody said humility is a good thing, and Jay Cutler said that's overrated. So that's something I learned. That was good. A lot of good things. I mean, you'll find things out just connecting to people like that.
How did baseball help you as a quarterback?
Well, I know it helps. It's an athletic rep. Field awareness, spatial awareness, same as baseball. Hand-eye coordination. You're throwing something, whether it's a ball or a baseball, a football, a basketball, a rock. It's the mechanic of throwing, and where's my right arm angle? What makes the ball go at the right trajectory? Becomes instinctive.
A lot of the coaches, particularly in the South, have been critical of the satellite camps. What's your reaction to that, and what's the benefit of those camps?
Well, I mean, who are you talking about specifically?
Nick Saban and a few of the Southern coaches. Mullen was one. They had kind of said that they didn't think that they should be allowed as something that the NCAA should allow. What's your reaction to it?
I don't really have one. I haven't decided what my reaction is. Just out here coaching football and having a day in football with these young quarterbacks. It's such a unique position, and they handle the ball every single offensive play. Games riding on their shoulders, and watching them compete, how serious they are in doing that, and really striving to give them a tip, give them a pointer, something that they can take home when their mom or dad asks them after the end of the day, how was it? That they can define what they learned and what they got out of it. So, I mean, that's where my focus is, and concentration.
You mentioned identifying.
I think we'll do.
One more. You mentioned identifying athleticism within these drills.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're out there, when you're watching these kids, because a lot of them are freshmen, it's tough to identify.
Really?
Anything with it. Well, maybe not for you. Maybe it was for me. What are you looking for, I guess? What specifically, how do you identify what's positive and what's negative with those drills?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you could watch your 6-year-old climb a tree. I watched my daughter Addie, scamper up a tree and watch her do that and practice it, and I can tell she's got athletic instincts. So, I mean, you can see it, can't you?
Maybe
you can't?
You've been doing this a little bit longer than me, so maybe you're better at it. But
with this drill, with the quarterback position specifically, is there anything that that sticks out? You see something, you're like, okay, that's it. Is there anything specifically that you can name?
Yeah, we pretty much went into that thoroughly. You might have walked up late. We didn't get that from some of the other folks here. All right, good.
Thank you.